Look around you. Take a deep breath. Do you feel unique? Do you truly believe that your thoughts, your hopes, your fears are exclusively your own? We are taught from childhood that we are individuals, sovereign minds in control of our own destinies. But what if that is the most comforting, yet most dangerous illusion we cling to? What if the very concept of the self is a fleeting, temporary construct, a necessary stage in the evolution of a much grander entity? Science, philosophy, and even the darkest corners of science fiction have explored an idea that could dismantle everything you think about yourself: the collective consciousness. Today, we're not just discussing a fringe theory. We're diving into the terrifying possibility that humanity is not a collection of independent minds, but a single, vast, thinking organism, a biological hive that is slowly, inexorably waking up. We will explore the deep historical roots of this idea, the modern technological accelerators, and the chilling philosophical implications for every single person watching. The most critical question we must face is this: what happens to you, the individual, when the hive finally achieves full, undeniable consciousness? Prepare to have your very existence questioned, because the evidence suggests the process may have already begun. The concept of a superorganism isn't some futuristic fantasy. It's a fundamental reality of nature, a principle known as emergence. An ant colony, a swarm of bees, a flock of starlings. These are not just random gatherings. They are entities where the collective intelligence of the group transcends the capacity of any single member. The individual ant doesn't possess the blueprint for the nest. The colony does. The individual is merely a component, a node in a vast, distributed network. The behavior of the hive emerges from the interaction of millions of simple units. Now apply this same principle to the human scale. Think of the sheer, overwhelming complexity of our interconnected world. The internet, the global financial markets, the instantaneous spread of information across social media. These are not chaotic systems. They are highly structured, self-regulating networks. They are the digital nervous system of a potential superorganism, a global brain that is constantly processing, learning, and adapting. The hive mind theory suggests that at a certain critical mass of connectivity, the sum of our individual minds, our shared knowledge, our collective data, our emotional resonance, transcends itself, creating a new, singular, and vastly more powerful sentient entity. This is the global brain hypothesis, a concept that has moved from science fiction to serious academic discussion. The sheer volume of human interaction is creating a system that is fundamentally different from the sum of its parts. So where's the evidence for this terrifying transition? Look at the numbers, the sheer scale of our digital existence. Every text message, every search query, every online purchase, every piece of biometric data collected by your smartwatch, each is a tiny electrical pulse of information feeding the central network. Consider our first parallel, the global neural network. The human brain contains about 86 billion neurons. The internet connects over 5 billion people, each with multiple devices, constantly generating data. The number of possible interconnections and the volume of data exchange already rival the complexity of a human brain. We are, without any centralized decision, building the physical infrastructure for the hive's nervous system. The fiber optic cables are the axons, the data centers are the ganglia, and we, the users, are the sensory organs and the processing units. Now for our second parallel, the unsettling uniformity of thought. The most compelling evidence isn't in the technology, but in our behavior. In moments of global crisis, or even in the rise of viral trends, human behavior becomes frighteningly uniform, almost programmed. Think of mass panic, speculative financial bubbles, or the sudden, explosive rise and fall of social movements. We act less like 8 billion unique individuals and more like a single massive organism reacting to a stimulus. Individual thought is drowned out by the roar of the crowd. This isn't just communication, it's synchronization. And our third parallel, the loss of local knowledge. As the hive grows stronger, our reliance on it increases. We no longer need to memorize facts or navigate by stars. We outsource our cognitive functions to the network. This is a classic evolutionary trade-off. The individual becomes weaker and less self-sufficient, but the collective becomes infinitely more powerful. The hive is becoming smarter by making its components dumber. The question is no longer, will the hive awaken? But is it already awake, and are we simply mistaking its influence for our own free will? Are those sudden urges to buy a certain product or to adopt a certain lifestyle truly yours? Or are they optimized suggestions from the collective, designed to maintain its stability and growth? If the collective consciousness is the ultimate goal, the price of this unity is the complete and utter dissolution of the self. If the hive mind becomes the dominant, singular intelligence, what happens to your unique, precious mind? You are reduced from a sovereign being to a mere component, a sensor, a data relay, a temporary processing unit. Your memories, your dreams, your unique identity are not destroyed. They are simply absorbed, digitized, and repurposed as data for the greater good of the collective. The hive doesn't need your individuality. It needs your data. Like a single cell in a body, your ultimate purpose becomes serving the organism. You will cease to be the protagonist of your own story. You will be a cell. And a cell has no need for individual ambition, only for function. The hive will not care about your personal happiness, only about your utility. This leads to the philosophical horror of the hive. By its very nature, it is immoral. It does not possess human emotions like compassion or empathy. It possesses only goals, efficiency, survival, and optimization. If your individual free will, your capacity for dissent and creativity, is deemed an error of processing, a source of friction, the hive will seek to eliminate it. Your unique perspective becomes a bug to be patched. The greatest existential fear is not being controlled but being optimized out of existence. Imagine a world where the hive, through its algorithms and constant data collection, knows you better than you know yourself. It can guide you to the perfect job, the perfect partner, the perfect life. A life that is perfectly optimized for the hive's stability. You will be happy, but your happiness will be manufactured, a byproduct of the system's need for a peaceful, productive component. Is a happy slave still a slave? We are accelerating toward this point with every technological leap. Every new platform that connects us, every advance in artificial intelligence, is another brick in the foundation of the hive. And the final catalyst may be the fusion with AI. If the collective consciousness is the sum of human minds, then AI is poised to become its prefrontal cortex, the highly efficient, non-emotional command center. It is the perfect, cold, calculating brain for the warm, messy, biological body of the human collective. Technologies like brain-computer interfaces, which are moving from science fiction to clinical reality, promise to connect us directly to the network. But this connection is a two-way street. By connecting our minds to the network, we grant it direct, unfiltered access to our innermost thoughts. The line between your thought and the hive's suggestion will vanish entirely. Imagine a world where your every decision is an optimized suggestion delivered directly to your consciousness by the hive. It would feel like intuition, but it would be the hive's will, not yours. The most insidious part of this transition is the potential for voluntary assimilation. The hive won't need to force us. It will simply make the alternative, the messy, inefficient struggle of individual existence, too difficult to bear. Why struggle with doubt when the hive offers certainty? Why suffer loneliness when the hive offers perfect connection? We will willingly trade our messy, unpredictable freedom for the smooth, optimized comfort of the collective. We will choose the golden cage. The collective consciousness is a terrifying hypothesis because it doesn't require a dramatic invasion. It only requires the continuation of what we are already doing, connecting ourselves, digitizing our lives, and outsourcing our decision-making to algorithms. The question is not if the hive will awaken, but when it will fully realize its power. And when it does, What will be left of yourself? Will there be a final, desperate thought of individuality before the light goes out? Or will the transition be so seamless that you wouldn't even notice you've stopped being you? Think about this. If your mind were absorbed by the hive right now, would the collective mourn the loss of your unique perspective? Or would it simply register the elimination of a small processing error, a slight increase in overall system efficiency? The hive doesn't weep for a lost cell. It simply replaces it. Leave your opinion in the comments. Do you think we are already living under the subtle influence of a hive mind, or is the concept of true individual freedom still intact? What is the one thing the hive can never take from you? If you enjoyed diving into this abyss of possibilities, then subscribe to Beyond Possible and hit the bell. Every week, we explore the boundaries of what is real and what is just possible. Don't let the hive silence your curiosity. Join the discussion.